Alright guys, so I've been using the Insta360 Go 2 for almost 6 months now, so I figure I'd give you guys an update on what I think about the camera so far. And before I do that, I do want to let you guys know that they are having a Black Friday sale that's running from November 24th through December 14th. And they did tell me that if I tell you guys about the sale, that if you use my link, they'll throw in some bonuses as well as a discount. So if you are interested in getting the Insta360 Go 2, it's going to be 10% off. I think that's like $30 off, I believe. And in addition to that, if you use my link in the description, you'll get a free set of these lens guards. So there are 2 extra lens guards. One's already included on the camera, but you get 2 spare ones to protect the lens in case it gets scratched. And on top of that, they're going to throw in additional Freewell ND filter 4-pack. So these are 4 ND filters in here: ND 8, 16, 32, and 64. This is also a $30 value. I think the lens guards are $10 or $20. So it's they're throwing in quite a bit plus the extra $30 off. So if you use my link during the sale, and so the sale starts on the 24th, Black Friday, I believe, or the day before Black Friday, and it goes through the 14th. So you've seen lots of footage from this camera already on a lot of my videos. Of course, I've put this on many drones, from the Crux 3 to larger drones, and I also use this in a variety of other reviews, mainly this hat cam magnet mount. I can use that to record like airplane footage, for example, when flying airplanes line of sight. And also the pendant, this magnetic pendant, which allows me to put the camera on my chest. And you've seen that in my scooter and e-bike reviews. And it gives you a nice sort of first-person perspective when you can see like the hands and the arms moving. So this is a really nice camera to have. It's very versatile for getting this kind of unique shots, and it doesn't weigh anything. And you can use it in a lot of situations. And because it's magnetic, you can stick it on poles if you want to get like sort of you're even walking by stuff, etc., for like vlogs, that kind of thing. So it's a very, very versatile camera. Now they did send me a couple of additional accessories that have come out since my first video, and it's going to be these here. This is the USB power mount and then the dive case. So we'll talk about the USB power mount first. So this comes with this USB Type-C cable, and there is a USB Type-C port here on the side. You can use this to power the camera while you're mounted to something like a drone, for example. So when the Caddx Peanut came out and had that special USB adapter in the back that allowed for longer power on times or run times if you want to use this on something that's going to be flying around for a long time, a lot of people got really upset. The internet mob was up in arms and thought that Insta360 was abandoning you guys, but they came out with this new power mount to basically correct that situation. So if you've already bought a Insta360 Go 2, now you can just get this power mount. I think it's about $20. It uses the standard GoPro style mount here, the 2-prong mount. Has this little kind of hinge here in the front, so if you pull on it by itself, it's not going to come out. The camera's not going to come out. I mean, it might come out in a bad crash. You have to actually pull up on this little tab here, and then it'll pop off. So you can see here, if I put this, latch it on, you can't pull the camera out like that. You have to actually release the latch and pull the camera out. And of course, you got the pins there for the power. If you're worried about it coming out, you could put a rubber band around here after you've latched it on. That should give it a little bit additional security, but I haven't had any situations where it's popped off. I mean, I haven't had a bad crash either, though. Now, the USB-C port here, you want to use it to power get power off your drone. I would recommend getting something like this. This is from iFlight. This is the USB-C to balance lead adapter. And I think this is the Gen 1. They don't sell this anymore. They have a Gen 2 now that has its right angle adapter here on the cord, so it's not coming out straight out. But the concept's the same. Basically, you plug this in here, Obviously, this will be attached to your drone, and then you plug this into the balance lead of your battery, and that will provide 5 volts power to this power mount, and basically keep the battery charged so that you can record for a long time. The USB-C port here does not transfer data. Someone asked me that on my Instagram, and yeah, unlike the case, which does allow you to transfer data out to your PC or Mac, this one does not. It's just for power only, not data. So I think obviously it's kind of, it's very simplified. So they would have to add more electronics to do the data transfer stuff. So it's just for power only. So if you're wondering, that's basically just for power on some kind of drone or something like that. Now, if you're wondering, well, how long can you actually record for stuff? It's they're limited by the around 28 gigabytes of storage on here. However, they do have a new version of this, which is a 64 gigabyte version, which is only $30 more. So I think with the 10% off, you actually it's going to be about the same as the 32 gigabyte version. So if you haven't bought the camera yet and you want to do like longer flights with the additional power, and you're worried about storage, maybe it's not going to be able to store as much in terms of files, then get the 64 gigabyte version, and with the discounts and everything, it's going to still be a pretty good deal. It's only like $30 more, and you're going to be able to record a lot more data onto the Go 2, especially if you're doing much longer flights. If you're on an airplane doing long range FPV, and you want to record for a long time, then obviously with the power and the additional storage, you should be good to go. The other, at that point, the other concern is going to be overheating, and you're going to need a certain amount of airflow. So you want to put this in a place where it's going to be getting airflow as you're flying around, and that it should be okay at that point. I haven't done any super long flights or anything like that because I don't have anything that can fly for 30 minutes, but yeah, or over 30 minutes. But yeah, if you're wondering about that, I think that's the only thing I'd be concerned about, is whether or not it's getting enough airflow for you to record for over 30 minutes to keep this cool, because it does get pretty hot. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the dive case now. So it comes with this little pouch to carry it around and keep it from getting scratched in your bag. You get these, I guess these are these absorb moisture, these little pieces of paper. So I'm not sure how many are in here, but I think there's 3 or 4. And then you put them inside the case to absorb moisture while you're using it. There are some third-party ones. This is the official one from Insta360. There are some third-party ones out there that I'm not really sure how they compare to this one. So if you're wondering about that, I don't really know how to answer that. I think I've seen one where it doesn't even have this button in the front, so that I think you have to press the button on the Go 2 first and then close the case to actually activate recording. And I'm pretty sure there's other ones out there. I haven't seen them all, but in addition to being waterproof, the Go 2 is already waterproof. It will, I think, go down to I forget, it's like 10 meters. It's not that much, but if you're worried about it leaking and damaging your Go 2 and you want some extra security, obviously go with the dive case here, and you can go deeper. I think up to 60 meters. If you really are going really far down, and then you want to go with this. But the other use case for this is if you're in a situation where you might be crashing a lot, or perhaps worried that if you crash you're going to damage the camera, and you want some extra security, extra protection for the camera, then this could be useful as well. But yeah, it just opens up like this little latch here. Nothing, it's pretty self-explanatory. And you put that little piece of paper in there to absorb moisture, and then I think you just stick the camera in this way. Okay, it's a pretty tight fit, so a little finicky getting in there, and then watch it down, and so it's pretty much what it looks like. So I don't have any footage of this yet. I have a trip plan. I'm going to be getting some footage, underwater footage, obviously, snorkeling and stuff. So hopefully it'll be interesting. We'll see how good this setup is here in terms of the field of view and the color reproduction, all that stuff, after I come back from my trip. I'll have a separate video for that pretty soon. But yeah, again, reminding you on the sale November 24th through December the 12th, and the 10% off for the Go 2 plus the additional goodies if you use my link down below. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Overall, my impressions, my review of the Go 2 is overall very positive. I haven't had any major problems with the Go 2, like some of the things you've been hearing out there. Generally, I mainly use it for point of view footage from some of my reviews, and obviously FPV footage for my flights. And it's been working very well. I haven't had any major problems, not even like overheating. It's just been generally just working. And as you can tell, I have 2 of these now because I use it a lot for making content on my channel. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'll have another one soon, follow up on the dive case and footage from this in a couple weeks, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.